Yo, yo, yo. CPA Strength here, back with another video. This is going to be, I'm going to go through Biggie's 10 Crack Commandments, the Notorious B.I.G., one of my favorite songs of all time. It will definitely help you if you're running these streets. You better be having these rules going on. But it can also, I'm here to prove that it can also translate over into the boardroom, the business world, an entrepreneur world, running these streets, or the Biggie way, or he says, the 10 Crack Commandments, his way, selling the crack, the Biggie way, the crack way. I'm going to show you. It just ties so much into the business world, of the business aspect, and I'm going to say the Widget way, the business way, the CPA Strength way. Because the streets just translate so well over to the business world without a bunch of stuff to worry about. As I hope I can bring you in the next 10. Every Sunday I'm going to do a Biggie, a crack commandment. So this one is the first Sunday. I just thought of this idea about 3 hours ago, out of my top of my head, which I've been trying to show the correlation between the streets to being a successful, ultra successful entrepreneur. Because if you have to deal with what's going on in them streets, you can definitely handle what's going on in the boardroom. There's less to worry about. And I hope you love this video. This is number 1.
Rule number uno, never let no one know how much dough you hold. Cause you know that cheddar breed jealousy, especially if that man fucked up. Get your ass stuck up.
Alright, never let no one know how much dough you hold. Never let anybody know how much money you have on your possession. Like, that's never really going to be a good thing. Or in your possession. For the Biggie way, yeah, mostly meaning selling crack, the 10 Crack Commandments. You don't want to let anybody know how much money you have. I mean, why would you want to do that? You want to try to play poor, and I want to take special interest into the fact that it's never let nobody. Not like, oh, well, no, I'm going to let this person, I'm going to let my mom know, I'm going to let my cousin know, I'm going to let my best friend, he's got my back. You never let anybody know how much money you have. That's the rule. That's running them streets the Biggie way. For the boardroom, for the entrepreneur, why are you gonna let anybody know how much money you have? I'm not gonna let anybody know. If someone knows you have plenty of money, he's gonna up the price on you. It's just wise, not whether the Biggie way or the Widget way, whether you're selling crack or you're selling widgets, you do not want them to know how much money you have. And in case if you don't understand why that's such an important rule, Biggie spells it out coming up here. So rule number 1, never let no one know how much dough you hold. Now, in all the 10 Crack Commandments, Biggie does something a little different. Sometimes he just does stuff different after he tells you the commandment. But in this one, it's so, if you don't understand, and this is the first one, why can't I let anybody know how much money I have, Biggie? Why can't I just let someone know how much money I have?
Rule number uno, never let no one know how much dough you hold. Cause you know that cheddar breed jealousy, especially if that man fucked up. Get your ass stuck up.
Well, yeah, the Biggie way, because the cheddar breed jealousy, how much money you have, it makes people jealous. It makes people talk bad about you. It makes people resent you. There's so many things they're gonna do. They're gonna snitch on the Biggie way, the street way, the selling crack way. They're gonna snitch on you. They're gonna set you up. They're gonna tell somebody. They're gonna be jealous. They're gonna do a whole bunch of things against you. And in the boardroom, they'll conspire against you. They'll talk about your back. They will be jealous of you that you have a lot of money. So that's why you do not, whether you're in the board or they're in the streets of the boardroom, you never let anybody know how much money you have, because it makes people jealous. And of course, Biggie being Biggie, he has a nice little caveat of how much of a level how much cheddar you have, how much jealousy it will breed.
Rule number uno, never let no one know how much dough you hold, cause you know the cheddar breed jealousy, especially if that man fucked up, get your ass stuck up.
Yep, it makes perfect sense. Depending on, no matter where you're at, if you're doing it the Biggie way, the street way, or you're in the boardroom, the entrepreneurial business way, the bigger discrepancy of money, like if you brag to somebody that you have a good chunk of money and that person has no money, if he's by Biggie standards fucked up, meaning he's got shit, everyone's against it, he doesn't see, he sees that as a nice way out, so that's the Biggie way. I would say, in the business world, yeah, if you tell somebody who's broke how much money you have, he's going to be like, fuck that guy, I hate him. I don't care about him. Yeah, so this was rule number 1. Never let no one know how much dough you hold. I mean, that can go for everything, whether you're running the streets or an entrepreneur or in the boardroom. I'm doing this video. Hopefully, some people do understand. I've been trying to show the correlation between running them streets and running a business. I saw the correlation hugely in my accounting life. That's how I learned accounts receivable and accounts payable, and I started taking a widget to different things that would happen in the streets. So, like cost of goods sold, well, that's like how much the widget that I sold, how much did it cost me? So, there's just huge carryover. Mainly, when I really, really, really saw it was with accounts receivable and accounts payable. Accounts receivable, so what is that? Someone owes you money, so that means you fronted someone else. So that's why I say, oh, I just fronted somebody? Okay, that's an account receivable? Yeah. So I'm like, wow, that's like this same exact thing, like super parallel. I'm like, okay, what about an account payable? Because I don't really know what account payable means. Well, that means you owe somebody some money. Oh shit, okay, so that means I got the plug now, and I owe somebody some money, and okay, now I totally understand what account payable is. So I just kept on making those correlations and stuff, and I became a certified public accountant. I became one of the 500,000 certified public accountants in America, and I just wanted to try to show the correlation from running these streets to dominating the business world, getting not knowing that you're not just trapped in that little circle block of those streets with the people that that you grew up with, and you can do more, and you are an awesome skilled entrepreneur currently running them streets, and I just want you to see that. People told me I wasn't going to amount to shit my whole life. And I don't know if I am now, but I make all my money off of my accounting degree legally. So to me that's a success, and I never really thought it could happen. And I know it's so cheesy how everyone always says, oh, if I can just help one person, if I can help one person. I always thought that was like crappy. Like, why don't you want to help more people? But if I can give someone who's running them streets right now just hope and faith, and let them know that dude, you're killing it right now with what you're doing running them streets, and it's so hard because you have to worry about so much stuff, because it implies, when I said you're running them streets, it implies that you're doing something illegal. To whereas I would say the widget way, the CPA strength way, the boardroom way, it implies that you're doing legal. So there's just so much less things to worry about when you're doing legal stuff. Like, there's less other things to worry about, like hiding the activity. You don't have to hide the activity. You can actually do advertising, and such like that. But anyways, yeah, look, I just went over the 10-minute mark. I wasn't planning on making this video any certain length, I guess, but this is going to be my Sundays for the next, I guess, 9 more. Because I don't want to just start and stop this. Hopefully I can do every single one a little better. I might or might not talk after the video. I guess I will, because after I've done the main video, you can choose to stay or not. Actually, I like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna get going for a little more on this topic and how I came about it and what it's about to me. And it when I was thinking about this, it was making me a little emotional because I don't know, I just thought they call it the trap game, the trap, and it's a trap for the person, for the person vending and the person's buying in the small business. And I just saw so many correlations in the business world. I ran the streets for a good 20, from 15 to 35, really. So a good 20 years. And I went back to, I started community college age 31, and then here I am about 9 years later. I have my own successful small business. I sell tax returns and payroll and accounting. I'm in charge of multi-million-dollar businesses, and I'm just much happier. I just have so much less anxiety these days. If I don't mean to, I guess if I thought the street life was where it was at, well, I would fucking be all up in there right now. I mean, I don't love the bad shit that comes with it, I guess. I mean, however I can show somebody that's running them streets that thinks they're in a dead end right now and they don't believe in themselves, I'm here to say I believe in you. This is a series for a person in the streets that they think they're kind of smart and everything, but every single person in their life tells them they're a stupid piece of shit and they'll never amount to nothing. Well, I'm here to tell you that's wrong also. But anyways, this is the 10 crack commandments. This is the number 1 crack commandment. And what was the number 1 crack commandment? What was it? Never let them know how much money you have. Please, don't let anybody know how much money you have. JD, how much money do you have? Not much. Oh my God, well, you have some nice things. Yeah, but I just dropped all of my money. You don't understand. That was all of it, though. JD plays poor, okay? JD has $100,000. JD goes and buys clothes from Goodwill. JD has 50 cents to his name. JD buys clothes from Goodwill. That's just how I roll. So you're really never going to know if I'm doing extremely good or extremely bad. If you ask, I'll tell you I'm barely getting by, even if I have $100,000 in the bank. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah, this was an awesome, fun video. It came about too because I was thinking, what could I do for a Sunday video, a Sunday video, and I thought, man, people don't want to learn about accounting, and I thought this would be fun. I thought this would be out of the box because I just did the triple or the 3 best double disc albums. And of course, Biggie Double Disc was the first double disc that came on, and I picked 3 of my favorite songs, which was impossible to do from all the double discs. So I picked 3 of them, and one of them off the Biggie Double Disc here, Life After Death, was 10 Crack Commandments. And I said, yeah, man, that's probably my favorite song out of all these, because it really is just such a good manual for the streets or for the boardroom. And Yeah. So then I thought, well, hey, I could really prove it in a nice, interesting, funny way to have some content that's not all the same. But anyways, this is CPA Strength. I love doing this, and deuces.